circle, circle, dot, dot. Now you've got your cootie shot. Welcome to another episode of Once More with Feelings. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Beth. And this is an emotional journey podcast where we journey with the podcast emotionally.
Emotionally.
But we watch the films first and we talk about those films and how we feel.
Exactly. And this week we watched the 2014 movie Cooties. This is the start of our Halloween run.
It's an October Festinados.
Yes. I was about to tell you, I was about to do Beth's job, so I will stop talking now.
This is the Cooties 2014. A mysterious virus hits an isolated elementary school, transforming the kids into a feral swarm of mass savages. That seems weird.
They're zombies.
Just say zombies. An unlikely hero must lead a motley band of teachers in the fight of their lives. And they say it like there's an actual hero.
Yeah, I was literally going to say there's no, lead hero.
Yeah, well, look, we're not here to critique the IMDb summary, but we're here for it. And that's what we're doing.
And I will critique it.
So here's my take on this. It is October Festinados, and I keep changing that. It's October Scare.
It's
Octascare.
Octoberclease.
Octopussy. Nope, that's a film.
Octacles.
No. Octohorror.
Not? No.
I think we're getting stuck on the octo part.
I think we are.
Octomurder.
It's Wimpy Horror Fest.
There you go. Wimpy Horror Fest it is. So we're going to start with Cooties.
And we're slowly going to build.
We're going to build up on scariness, but don't get your hopes up.
We don't do scary.
We're not doing Rob Zombie. We're just not doing it.
Is that the house of 200 corpses? Rob Zombie?
It's a house of 5 or 6 corpses, and then they add on.
Kind of like they just CGI'd the rest of them.
But we're going to do scary-ish.
Yes.
And we're going to do it outside in the middle of the forest.
We are
no one around. And we're going to do it bathed in the blood of children.
Ugh. Nasty. Okay, so we were talking about actually...
So we're not doing that?
No. Okay, we actually talked about doing it in our backyard, but unfortunately we do live near a main highway, and I can't imagine that while ambiance for us is going to be great, but then we're going to pick up every car that goes by on the highway.
Oh, seriously, we're definitely going to. So we're not doing that.
No.
But it will be dark in here because the light will go out.
Probably the light flickers all the time. I mean, that's just the demons.
Welcome to the old house. So... we are both getting off of, I'm getting off of an illness, and Michelle is escalating to an illness.
I'm picking it up.
So you're going to hear some rough voices, which is not unusual for me, but it is unusual for Michelle.
What I think is funny is that you don't work with children, but you got sick first. And I have spent the week with preschoolers, and honestly, I'm amazed that I'm only just now getting sick, because as a teacher, when you start in a new area and you start working with a new group of children, no matter how inoculated you are, it's inevitable you will get sick because it's a whole new group of cooties. I do always say I work in a cootie platoon, and thankfully not this type of a cootie platoon that we see in this movie.
We usually ask each other, how did you feel the first time you saw this? Well, funny enough, with this one, we both saw it for the first time.
Yep.
In our own backyard.
Yes. So for a couple years.
Projected. Yeah.
Yeah, for a couple of years, we used to have a October Halloween-ish gathering, and we would do the bonfire. I would make a big pot of potato and cheddar soup, which is funny because I'm actually going to be making that this weekend. And my parents would come, and my siblings, and my children would all be there, and our children, not just my children, but our children.
Just hers.
Just mine.
For tax purposes.
And we would project a movie. We have a detached garage, and it's white, and so we would project the movie on the side of the wall.
White.
And we would watch that. We'd have the bonfire going, and we always started out with, we didn't always start out with a light movie, but for a year or so we did an easier movie, not a scary movie, because we knew we weren't going to be able to see it until it got dark. So
yeah,
we
this is one we only watched with like 30% light.
Yeah, it was really hard to see. And then we usually follow it with one of the Conjuring movies, which honestly, that's just our bread and butter right there. Because that's our favorites, or at least mine.
That's actually kind of my favorites too. Yeah, I have to suspend the idea that I know about the people.
Well, that's the thing is I love movie Warrens. I do not like the real life Warrens.
Right.
I found them to be shysters. I feel like they manipulated way too many people into believing things that maybe, and I'm a believer of the supernatural, but even I have to look at them side-eyed and go, really? But movie Warrens, the Warrens, Ed and Lorraine in the movies, I love them. I love their relationship, but that's neither here nor there. That is for another episode.
So this movie is directed by Jonathan Milot. I'm going to say it
Milot.
I know. I said it.
Milot.
I said it Milot on purpose. Who did Becky in 2020 and Bushwick 2017. And tends to be in the horror vein. So
yes.
We have a lot of horror people in this. And it was co-directed by Carrie
Murnian. I'm sorry, Carrie.
Murnian.
We're not good at this whole pronunciation thing today.
Murnian.
Now, it was written by Lee Winnell, Josh Waller, and Ian Brennan. Now, Lee and Ian are both in the movie. One as Doug, and Lee is Doug, and Ian is Principal Sims.
I like Doug, though.
I like Doug.
I was okay if the principal... well, we'll talk about assistant principal.
Vice principal.
Right.
He calls himself vice principal.
But he's assistant to the principal.
Yes.
And the reason why I'm saying
we always call them assistant principals, but yes, the reason why you're saying that is because, yes, go for it.
Because we have some Office alum in here.
Yes.
We have Dwight, or Rainn Wilson, who is playing, of course, Wade Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
We have Kate Flannery, who plays Elijah Wood's
mom?
Mom?
Yeah, mom.
It's very weird.
Charmin.
Right. And also we have another alum in here. Now, he's actually not a main character. He is a minor character. Matt Jones, who plays Dwight's cousin
Zeke.
In The Office, Zeke. So we have a lot of people here that I think this was running during The Office.
Yeah, 2014.
So these people all just kind of came to work and said, "Oh yeah,
we're doing a movie.
We're just doing a movie together outside of this job."
And on top of that, then we have Kim Pine, who, you know, my love of Kim Pine. Allison Pill is Lucy.
Right.
And then we also have the original Frodo himself, Elijah Wood.
And then we have Nassim Pedrad. Yeah.
From New Girl,
Winnie's
Allie.
Wife, Allie.
Yes.
Not Allison, by the way.
No, not Allison. It's Allie. And here's the kicker on that one, y'all. I didn't recognize her because of her hair. And when she opened her mouth, when actually she's not in the beginning, when she first talks in the beginning, I still don't recognize her. It's when the movie starts to pick up a little bit, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, yeah, how did I not know that was Allie?
Yeah.
I just didn't realize it was her.
So we don't usually do this kind of rundown, but there's just so many people in it, and we kept finding more people. I mean, we had what's his name from Lost?
Jorge Garcia. And from 30 Rock, is that it? Jack McBrayer?
Yeah, Jack Brayer's in it. Jack McBrayer. He's not.
He plays Tracy, which I think is kind of funny that his name is Tracy.
He's the intern in Third Rock.
Yeah, but I think it's funny that
30 Rock.
30 Rock.
Third Rock.
Did I say 30?
30 Rock. Okay. Yes, 30 Rock.
That's Third Rock from the Sun. Different show.
Yeah, different show. He's also Wreck-It Ralph.
Yes.
And Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
But I think it's funny that his character name in this movie is Tracy.
I want to say too, Allison Pill. I love her. She's in The Newsroom.
Yes.
Does an excellent job in
Underrated in Newsroom.
Newsroom, Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Mm-hmm.
She's in Vice. Allison Pill is just a great person. And just, I love her.
If you only know Allison Pill from Newsroom or from Scott Pilgrim, honestly, it's going to take you a minute to recognize her because she's just
a different person.
Character, yeah. I mean, personality, and her hair looks great. I mean,
you're going to keep trying to reconcile yourself with who she is in the movie.
It's like Kim Pine needs a conditioning treatment, and Lucy does not.
So, how did you feel when you first viewed this movie outside in our backyard?
Honestly, I thought it was funny. I missed a lot of it because we were
setting up.
We were setting up. We were entertaining. We had guests, and we were serving food, and so.
God, what was pre-pandemic us like?
Oh my God,
it seems so weird.
I know, and so
now we have barbed wire out there, and we have gun turrets.
Shit, yeah, because we don't want the freaking cooties. I don't think I paid enough attention. So, disclaimer, in the beginning of this movie, it is a horror movie, guys, so keep that in mind. It is a horror comedy, but it is still a horror movie. So there's grossness, there's horror.
Yeah, but the
I did not remember. I remembered the blood, and I remembered the zombie-ish part of it.
It's just the worst part.
The beginning is worse than the zombies tearing bodies apart.
If you are a vegan or a vegetarian,
don't watch this movie.
Well, you watch the movie,
you might become
but
one.
Maybe kind of jump through the first part.
Yeah,
or I guess embrace your inner vegan.
Okay, I might not be able to eat nuggets for a while. Okay,
yeah,
that was so nasty.
I think it was on purpose.
I mean, I love me some nuggies, but that just...
I don't think they accidentally did that sequence. I think they meant to do that.
So, in the beginning of this movie, it's a guy walking through one of those chicken farms that are not... I mean, we have chickens, guys, but our chickens are not free range, per se. They have a yard. They've got an area that's for them, but they're not clustered in a silo like that is, or whatever the fuck they call that, a hanger. That's it. It was like those half circle tube kind of barns.
Factory, basically. A chicken factory.
And the green light. What was with the green light?
I think that's used to denote sickness or illness or something.
Yeah, and then the guy grabs one of the chickens. He literally breaks its neck on screen. And then you see the chicken processing where they pluck it. It's got flies landing on it, and there's maggots. I already have an issue with maggots. There are 2 bugs in this world that, well, 3 if you count spiders, but spiders, we have an agreement. You stay on your side of the room. If I can't reach you, you can live here. If I can reach you, if you're getting close to me, all bets are off. I'm murdering you. But I
have the same thing for people.
Well, there's that too. But I hate maggots and I hate cockroaches. And they're the 2 bugs that will skeeve me out within an inch of my life. Now for Beth, it's ticks. But for me...
Hey, don't give away all my secrets.
I'm telling
you can tell everyone your fears.
Ticks.
I don't want anybody to know my fears in case I have to fight them in combat.
They're not going to be throwing handfuls of ticks at your face.
Now they will. You've just given them all the ammo they needed to defeat me. I mean... I will curl up into a little ball.
I can tell you why I don't like maggots and why I don't like...
I don't care. I don't care why you don't like them. I can accept that you just don't like them.
Thanks. Okay, you're rude. I was giving us material, but whatever.
Go ahead. You can tell everybody exactly why you hate maggots.
I'll start with the roaches.
We don't have roaches in this film.
Well, why I hate them? I hate them because when I was little, I lived in Yonkers, New York. And I was very little. I was about 4 or 5. And I knew that I'd seen them, roaches. It's New York. We lived in a brownstone.
That is stereotyping, and that is not right.
It was New York in the late 70s. There were roaches. Weren't a lot of them, but they existed. But I didn't know they could go on counters. And so our couch was against the wall, so like the arm of the chair was right by the doorway that led into the kitchen. So I'd climb up on the arm of the chair, and then I would climb up over the doorway onto the counter, and then I'd scoot over until I could reach the light switch and turn it on. Until the day that I saw a roach on the counter while doing that and lost my ever-loving mind, because again, I was 4 or 5. And so roaches just... Ugh. and they get into everything, and then they infest your life. Okay, but the reason why I hate maggots is when my grandfather passed away, we left the house. My mom got the call that my grandfather had passed away. He was very young. He was only 57. And we packed up everything that morning and went. We only lived an hour away, but we went to the house where his house, and we were there for a whole week. Now, my mother is very fastidious about her cleaning, but our breakfast bowl and her cup of coffee, my sister's bowl, my bowl, they set a little bit of milk and cereal in the bottom, and my mom's cup of coffee were all in the sink. And when we came back a week later, because this is in the middle of August, there were maggots in the sink because it happened that fast. And again, my mother is almost OCD in her cleaning. The maggots made me want to vomit. The smell of the rotting milk made me want to vomit. We didn't have AC, so there's that.
That did not help.
No, it did not help, because this was back, this is in New Jersey in the 80s, and you didn't have AC. We lived in a summer bungalow that was like renovated, and we were renting it out. So needless to say, I have a problem with maggots because of that. It makes me immediately want to vomit. I could smell the smell.
I would have a problem with bungalows after that.
I could tell you some stories about that bungalow and the footsteps and the ghosts and that thing. Oh, it was a little bungalow, but shit, that thing was freaky. But okay, so that's my issue there. And
Speaking of bungalows,
so this movie has that opening scene with the maggots. I wrote literally nasty nuggies and maggoty nuggies on here on my notes, and yeah, that's our warning. If you are a vegan or vegetarian or just can't stand the idea of knowing where your meat comes from.
Jump ahead a little bit. Go past the title sequence.
I can't. I'm really having a hard time with that. So, yeah.
No, I'm saying they should do that.
Oh, yeah. Skip ahead.
Not you. You've already seen it.
I'm getting sick. I know I am, because I'm getting really stupid.
So... This film is weird. It is a satire.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to see it dancing between absurdism and horror quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's got some dark comedy to it. A lot of gore and stuff. But I don't think that's too bad. Some of it is implied gore. It's off screen, stuff like that. But yeah, it's pretty bad. I'll tell you this. I fucking hate Patriot.
Oh, that little shit.
I hate that little shit. It's the main antagonist of the film.
So he starts out by bullying this girl who eats the bad nuggie. So you end up following it from chicken processing all the way through to this one nasty green, blackish nugget. Why would you eat the black nugget? Why didn't the people who were throwing it in the fryer not toss that nugget? I mean, you get the impression it's all the nuggets, but only the one looks bad. And so this little girl eats it, and later on, you see Patriot and Dink, his name's not ever used, but he is given that name. Dink is played by Miles Elliott, and if you're a fan of the show School Spirits,
which is an awesome show,
it really is, and you should check it
show.
out. He plays Yuri, the pottery guy, who I think I can't remember the little nerdy guy likes him, right? Yeah. Oh, they're gonna be cute together. Oh, we have to catch up.
We haven't seen. No, we've only seen the first 2 seasons.
Yeah, we gotta catch up. I don't know if there is a 3rd season yet. I don't think it's been released yet.
Well, I think they're working on it.
Yeah,
but I'm not sure. We haven't gone back to it. We tend to leave things alone for a while and let them stew because we want a
marathon. Yeah.
Yeah, we want to binge the entire season.
So, Dink and Patriot, motherfucker, they've just been teasing this girl, and she's looking sick, and she's looking really rough, and her mouth has got these sores all over it, and she's a fucking zombie. But
obviously a zombie and still teasing her.
Yeah, but they don't know that. Elijah Wood is a writer who you find out...
He's a failed writer.
He's a failed writer. His book is called Kill Them All. It's about a possessed boat.
It's Christine.
Just going to let you simmer on that one for a minute.
And much like Christine.
Much
He
like
just wants to
Christine.
fuck the boat.
And that's what Wade is telling him. He's like, so he wants to fuck the boat, right? And he's like, that's not what it is. It's like Christine. He wants to fuck the boat.
So Rainn Wilson is directly like channeling his Office character.
He's like Dwight with a more of a. I love Dwight. Don't get me wrong, but I love later.
He's a jock version of Dwight.
He is a jock Dwight in the later seasons.
Yeah.
He's not first season
He's
Dwight.
definitely
he's not,
an alpha Jim Bro kind of guy.
but he's he's weirdly enough dating Allison Pill's character.
Lucy.
And
Yeah.
honestly, I must have like blinked or something, because when she told Chuck, who is Elijah Wood, that that's her boyfriend, Clint. Why do I have Chuck written here? I literally have Chuck in my notes.
He kind of seems like a Chuck, but really
Yeah, it's
he's a
Clint.
Clint. Remember at the first
I
they
know
call
it's
him
the
cunt?
cunts, because the way he wrote Clint on the board, it looked like cunt. And it's not even my favorite word, and I've been saying it a lot lately. But he says, sorry, that guy's an asshole, and she's like, that's my boyfriend. And I thought she was talking about Doug. I literally thought she was talking about Doug at first. But no, she was talking about Wade. And I don't know how I missed all that, but I did. I took a nap or something. And
Well, we missed it because again we were like hosting people.
no, I'm talking about today.
Oh.
Yeah, I missed that for a second. I was like, oh.
We're not gonna go down the entire movie because
No.
that would be crazy, because you can just watch it.
Yeah, we just want to give you some highlights.
But everything is happening.
Mm-hmm.
So the kids are crazy. They're starting to kill. It's very jarring, I have to say. It's a very jarring. It escalates quickly, let's say that.
I think it's because when Dink gets turned and he just starts running through the playground and just scratching the shit out of all the kids.
Right.
Yeah, he just turned to everybody in the playground, and then they just start eating up the teachers that are out there. Which was one of them was Wade, and he has to race back into the building once he realizes what's going on.
So the thing I do like about the film is that despite this overt thing that's happening,
Mm-hmm.
you have a very short picture of who these characters are before it even gets to that.
Yes.
So you have Clint, who kind of, at the start of this whole thing, you already get the idea that he is kind of a loser.
Yeah.
And he is living with his mom.
Mm-hmm.
He's...
His mom, who criticizes his story so much and harshly.
I mean, she says she loves it, but he wants to know, so she tells the truth. But, he's like this really shaky kind of he doesn't have a whole lot of backbone to his character.
No.
And, as a person, he's just not very aggressive or even stand up for himself really at all. And he just, you get the sense that he's been defeated
Mm-hmm.
by life. So he's returned to his hometown.
Fort Chicken.
Because wasn't he in the Bronx or Brooklyn or something?
Somewhere in New York. I don't remember where they said. They just kept saying New York.
But he returned to Fort Chicken.
Yes. And he...
which is apparently the town's name.
Yeah, which is the whole thing is just chicken related. And I'm gonna love my birds, but god damn. Damn! These burbs. He's a sad sack. And he sees...
Well, I think he still has a bright outlook. He's just not...
I know.
He just isn't winning at anything. He hasn't gotten that win, and he keeps hoping he's going to get it.
I think so. And like when he's trying to figure out, he's driving in and he's going over the introduction to the book and about the boat and the guy buying the boat, and and in the middle of everything, he's comes up with an idea for his story, and they're like, what are you talking about? He's like, my book. And they're like,
right now?
So, yeah.
So
he tries to get the
children
kids
dying.
to read the book too. I mean, he has the one girl reading the book out loud, and that's when the kids pull the ponytail off the zombie girl.
Yeah, 99% of the movie takes place in the school.
Yeah, he's a substitute. And he keeps telling them that he's not a teacher, which, I mean, yeah, some of the substitutes that we've gotten were not teachers, because you can become a substitute teacher without being a teacher. At least in our state, you can.
But then you find out later on that he lied about that.
Oh, yeah.
That he was a first grade teacher for like 2 years already.
Yeah, that he actually has been a teacher. So, yeah, he went there because he knew that Lucy was working there.
Right.
Yeah, it's... The characters are not the most deep characters, so it's, like, hard to wrap my brain around, like... I mean, other than Clint and...
I don't know that I'd say they're not deep. I think that people are complicated.
Yeah.
And the way they wrote these characters, while they are very surface level in their archetypes...
Yeah.
I think Clint does actually have some nuance to him.
Mm-hmm.
Wade has some nuance as well. They don't just stay in that character. Wade, even though he's a jackass and he's like very like alpha bro,
he's a good guy.
He does accept that Clint has some good points to make eventually, and he does accept that he is jealous.
Yeah. And he tried, like at one point when I think it's funny when they're talking over the two ways, and Clint keeps taking it from Lucy. He's like, wait a minute, I got one more thing to say. And you can just see the frustration on Wade's face because he's like, I just want to talk to Lucy. He has said he bought her a ring, but then when he saw her talking to Clint, that he was like, well, then maybe she doesn't love me. And, so you feel kind of bad for for Wade. I do. I adore him. But then again, I have a weakness for... I love Rainn Wilson. I love him. And I love Dwight, even though Dwight's a shithead.
Well, see, I love Allison Pill. So I love Lucy as a character.
I love Lucy.
But I feel bad that she is kind of not making her own decisions. And we have these two men who think that...
Yes.
They're making decisions for her.
Though when she tells everybody, I hate everybody in this room, I love that.
Yeah.
She's about to go up into a ventilation shaft and she's like, I hate every one of you. I just want to let you know, if we're all going to die, I hate every one of you.
Right.
And I appreciate that. I would do the same thing, I think. Maybe.
So like the virus itself, and we find out it's a virus because Doug tells us it's a virus. And
Doug
apparently has some brain damage that has caused him to not be able to connect with people.
Yes, he had a spike in his head when he was a kid. Yeah.
And so now he can't really connect to people. He uses the wrong words for things.
It is so funny. So at one point, Elijah gets scratched. Clint gets scratched. And while he doesn't turn... I don't want to give away why he doesn't turn, but he doesn't turn. He just gets really, really sick. And Doug goes in to the room with him and he comes out and he's telling them that, he's got a little anal leakage. He's got this and that and the other thing going on. And they're like, how do you know? And he's like, oh, because I tested his fluids. And he's like, I wore gloves and he's got goop and shit all over his hands.
And no gloves.
No gloves.
But he's not just telling them what he thinks. He says first, I have a hypothesis. So,
hypothesis. I love that.
And his brain isn't actually connecting up to a lot of things, but he isn't stupid.
No, he's very smart. He's the one who figures out that it's the nuggies.
Right.
Well,
it was either going to be the virus that caused it or Doug secretly giving it to people because he is creepy as fuck despite being adorable.
And what's funny is it's been a while since I've made one of these references, but Supernatural kind of turned me off to the Dougs of the world because, what's her face? Sheriff Donna and her two Dougs who just did not treat her right. I don't think that she deserved to be with Jody and not with a Doug. This Doug has redeemed the name Doug for me.
I like Doug. I think Doug was a good character.
Yeah.
He was the, I don't know. I think he was like the professor on Gilligan's Island.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Kind of,
He just needed a couple coconuts. So I like how there's a lot of references. So at one point, Wade calls Clint a hobbit.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then there's a scene with a little girl on a tricycle. And Lee Winnell, he was... I believe it was Lee. Now I'm questioning that logic because I have so many little asterisks on my notes here.
Pretty sure it is.
He was one of the writers in Saw movies. So that little tricycle girl was an homage to Saw. So there's a lot of little things
There's
like that.
so many people in this film, and there's so many callbacks to different things. You can tell they really had fun with the film.
So I didn't see Lost. Okay, I didn't watch it. So, but apparently one of the mirrors had a Dharma symbol on it. Okay.
The Dharma Initiative.
Yeah, and so there was just a lot of things. Again, it's just a freaking cute movie, and
I mean, it is gory as shit.
It's cute for a bloody zombie movie, but it's cute.
It's a fun movie
and diverse. It is a diverse movie. So you've got kids of different colors and backgrounds. You have adults of different colors and backgrounds. You have gay and you have straight. And it is, it maybe doesn't
doesn't cover everything,
the full
but
gamut.
it covers some.
Better than most. I freaking love when Tracy in the beginning, he's talking to the other teacher and he goes, my partner, he's a big guy and he's older than me, but he's got these balls and they're hairy, and he's going on and he's like, my tennis partner. And then later on he's like, I'm gay. And what's her face? Rebecca, she turns to him, she goes, I knew it.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, we only see Kate Flannery in the very beginning, but we don't see her at the end. But you can tell, Clint mentions her a few times. And so, when they're when they escape, they've got 2 kids with them. And they're like, what do we do with these kids? What about their parents? And he goes, well, what about our parents? So, he was thinking about his mom.
Right.
And that he wasn't going to be able to go back to her. When they leave Fort Chicken and they end up in, Danville? And on the bottom of the sign for Danville, it says, at least we're not Fort Chicken.
Yeah, it's the Eagleton of the Pawnee
it's
saga.
If we went down the road from where I'm now working, from where I used to work, they would be doing the same thing. I'm not going to triangulate y'all and give us exact locations. Y'all know that it's Appalachians, but that's about it.
So I think that the great part about this at the end, or not at the end, but getting close to the end, is that you realize it's spread far beyond.
Oh, and fast.
Because at first you're just getting this very small picture of the school and the entrance. Because when the parents come, only one parent gets there.
Oh, yeah.
And she gets murdered by her own child.
Yeah, well, yeah, her son infects the baby, and then the baby ate
kills
mom.
Her. So you only get the sense that it's all very localized. And then in a very short order, you find out it's spread way beyond into other states.
And even before they opened up the gates to let that mom in, I have a feeling I know how it got spread beyond the gates. Not just the cop, because the cop was killed.
Right, Matt.
So, yeah.
The sheriff, yeah.
He gets his fingers eaten off, and then he gets in his car, and then there's a kid in the car who attacks him. But you don't know who the kid is in the car. I think it's patient 0. I mean, granted, these nuggets have gone far and wide, too.
Oh, no, it is, because she was still digging.
She was digging.
That's the one that got him.
But also, though, if the nuggets are being distributed across the country, they were first saying not to eat the ones that were distributed to Fort Chicken. And then next thing you know, the whole country. So definitely it could be the nuggets, but also
could just be chickens.
Just been that she was just awesomely fast. Well, she appears at the play area in Danville.
True.
So,
but it spread to other states. So I think it was probably
the nuggies.
A chicken virus.
Chicken
that was
virus.
Causing it.
Oh, those avian flus.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, that's why they're in trouble. That's why we have to worry. And I mean, not only are egg prices expensive to begin with, those avian flus knock them up.
This is why whenever we go out to the coop to take care of our chickens and our turkeys, we give them a cognitive test to make sure they're not zombies. Because we don't deal with zombie chickens or turkeys.
Also, we don't feed them outside. We don't water them outside. They have other than maybe giving them some snacks out in the yard, most of their stuff stays inside so that way wild birds don't land. Wild birds are the biggest cause of avian flus in backyard
We also make sure that they do a handwriting test so we can make sure they haven't been possessed.
I mean, I do the eye test all the time, and I'm blind mostly, so it's really fun for me. And they don't recognize E's and 3's, so it's really hard. They're really difficult. And then, then they poop on the thing, and then, they're just nasty.
So we have the love triangle, kind of,
Ish.
between Clint, Wade, and Lucy. Clint and Wade are really in love. You can tell.
Mm-hmm.
They just love each other.
Yes, definitely.
Lucy's just on the outside looking in. No,
It's a love parallelogram.
That's right. But no, she's not torn between the two. She doesn't even make a decision. She just doesn't care enough at the time to deal with it.
No, because they're gonna die. She does kiss Wade, but I'm pretty sure not Wade, Clint. But I'm pretty sure it's a situation of we're gonna die, and in this moment, I think that my boyfriend hates me, and I did tell everybody I hate them. And
also, Clint was sweet, and she had no reason not to kiss him in that moment.
Yeah.
It wasn't a romantic kiss.
Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't really, and then he kind of put a stop to it pretty quickly. They were like, eh. Wade is like I said, talking to them on the two-way and kind of clear the air a bit, and he's like, I'm a failed writer. I'm actually a teacher. Clint comes out and tells Wade the truth about himself. And I think that gives him and Wade a bit of a, even grounding.
Yeah.
And he says that Lucy loves him. So,
Yeah, I think that a lot of this is, focused on these three people.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of lose sight of everybody else until they're needed to step in.
Yeah. Well, especially Rebecca and Tracy, they are just kind of ancillary.
Yeah, they're definitely not in the forefront of the film.
Mm-hmm. And I forgot to write down the name of the janitor and who plays him.
So the janitor is Peter Kwong. And here's the great thing about Peter Kwong.
Mm-hmm.
Is he's done so many other films, but the one that I know him best from is Big Trouble in Little China.
I literally thought you were gonna say Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, but do you know who he is? He's Rain.
Oh shit!
Yes, he is.
Holy shit!
He's the one that can
Is he the one with the hat? The big
No,
hat?
no, that's Thunder. I'm talking about he's the one that can do elemental. He's got the sword and stuff.
Oh, okay, that one.
Yes.
Okay. That's
I'm
funny.
It's just a tie-in to a beloved
We need to
film.
do that movie too.
I know, and I love that film so much.
What was his character name in this movie? Honestly, I forget.
Oh, in this one?
Yes.
I thought it was just janitor.
It might have just been janitor, but I thought he had a name.
I honestly don't know. Hold on. You asked me a question that I was not prepared for. For whatever reason, I wasn't prepared for.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Hitachi. We also have someone else in the film that shows up, and we knew him but couldn't place him, and it's Mark Christopher Lawrence.
Yes.
He was Big Mike in Chuck.
Oh, okay.
He was the store manager.
Yes.
For a very long time.
I knew he was familiar. That's why he reminded me of Craig in Psych. But that's not Craig.
But yeah, it's his voice is, he's, first of all, he's not near as tall.
No. I think it was the voice that got me.
We just knew we could place him, or we knew who he was, we just couldn't place where we'd seen him, and we kept equating it to Psych.
So again, we have a very diverse cast, and what I like about it is reflective of a public school. So not only are the kids varying degrees of different races, because if you look amongst the little zombie kids, you're going to see a rainbow out there. There's a lot of them. Yeah, there's a lot of Aryan little buggers out there, but there's a lot of other kids out there.
Well, you didn't just see kids, though.
No, we saw adults.
You said the kids were replaced.
Yes, during a lot of the heavy stunt scenes, the kids were replaced by shorter people. And you can almost tell at certain points, but they just, it's fast.
But it's kind of the fun of it is they didn't try to edit all that out. You can tell that this is not all on the up and up.
No.
It's not taking itself so seriously that you have to buy into everything.
I don't know, and you don't honestly care enough to try to nitpick it. But I also feel like our adult cast is also pretty diverse. So if we did throw in our diversity spectrum question at the end, I think it would pass. We have...
Oh, so you just jumped the gun on the test.
Well, I have very little emotions for these these people right now, other than, there was a zombie movie. And they were...
I think there's some emotions.
Would I have... Okay, here, I'll go for the emotions. As a teacher, I would have shit my pants and probably have died. Probably very quickly. I don't run well.
And you would have gone out there into the playground and told them to break it up, and you would have been murdered.
No, I would not. I would have seen those little shits eating each other, and I would have been shutting my curtains and locking my doors and barricading myself
Not
in.
like the assistant to the principal.
Oh, no. He ran out that door like a freaking string bean of doom, and he died. He died fast and ugly.
Really funny.
He did. They were playing swing with him.
I mean, I enjoyed this film. I laughed. It was funny in all the right places, and it wasn't trying to be really funny.
No, it wasn't. And here's the thing: is we need to have like another type of scale. Not only do we have the Castellini and we have our diversity spectrum question, but I feel like we need to have a scale. On a scale of Tremors to Short Circuit.
That's true.
Where does this land? And I'm thinking it is right butt up against Tremors. This is up there with Tremors. I mean, the writing is really good. It's not like masterpiece, but neither was Tremors. Are the characters likable? Yes. Is it a diverse cast? Yes.
Is anything done to demean women? No.
No, there's nothing gratuitous.
Right.
There's no... I mean, the most they...
we don't have to really make a chart for that, but we can say it is in the spectrum. I'd say it's well within the limits of Tremors.
It really is. I think that it has checked all the right boxes.
I think it's hampered only by its...
obscurity.
Yeah, it's obscurity in the film industry or in the releases, perhaps. Tremors fit nicely into that whole summer aesthetic. You could go watch it on a 4th of July. I think it came out in the summer.
Yeah.
It was one of those summer films. I think this one definitely fits in that mold.
And it's a more realistic summer school than the movie Summer School.
Okay, well, let's not get into that.
Because this was
Summer School is going to always... cannot not love Summer School.
As somebody who has been to summer school twice in their life, it was not like that at all.
Look,
and I went my senior year, and it was not like that at all.
I love Chainsaw too much for this to be wrong. So this is just going to stay...
Don't get me wrong, I love that movie.
We got to do Summer School, and we're not going to disparage Summer School.
Oh, we're going to rip it apart.
No,
we're going to rip it apart.
I love
like
that
Chainsaw rips it apart.
It is like Shakespeare. It is Shakespearean in its essence.
It is so not like Shakespeare.
It is much likened to Hamlet in almost every way.
Okay, Sean, knock it off.
So, yeah.
Okay.
This is not a big film.
No.
Cooties isn't a big film. It isn't
It is Lionsgate, but it's still very small.
But it's not a spectacular film. It's not a blockbuster film. No. It uses the effects it has to great effect, and it doesn't break the bank doing so.
No, it seems like
a lot of practical effects.
And makeup.
And I think they do an excellent job with making the camp work for it.
Oh, yeah.
Without taking you out of it. I think you still care about the characters as they run around. You're not like, oh, I hope they die.
Yeah, but you don't want anybody to die.
The people that die and the people that turn to zombies, you're kind of like okay with it.
Yeah, like the kids who
the
turn to zombies.
Yes.
Assholes. These kids I mean, when Elijah Wood first walks onto the campus, the one kid's telling his mom, "Fuck you," and mom goes, "No, fuck you." I mean, and honestly, I feel that.
Dink.
Was it Dink who was? Yeah.
Wasn't it Dink?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
it was either
Dink.
that or Patriot. It was one of those little shits. And then, like, even like in the one scene in the faculty lounge when Patriot comes running in and he grabs that woman and they end up in the closet, the cabinet,
Right.
and they shut her. They're like, oh, I think it was Tracy. He's like, who was that? Because it was like, it was rando person who got eaten. Because you don't want anybody in the main group to die. And you know.
But yeah, you had no idea who that person was. They didn't know who it was. And it was kind of funny that, oh, this was just the nameless character that died.
The woman that Tracy's talking to about his tennis instructor, she's got her back to the camera. So you don't see her face.
Right.
So you don't know who she is. And we have to assume she died, you know?
I think this is one of those, this is a great film to have outside in the backyard.
Yeah.
And project up onto a wall.
It's a fun Halloween movie. No, it is not kid-friendly because it is pretty graphic, you know.
I think, yes, that is true, but we also have the cutscenes out in the playground, which is all concrete.
Mm-hmm.
But in the playground, where afterwards the zombies are still just out there playing, the kids are still out there playing,
Yeah.
and they have like a severed finger on clipped to the spokes of a bike as they ride it, doing the click 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 thing.
On the tetherball thing.
Head on the tetherball. It's all very, yes, it's kind of graphic, but it's all done in such a spoofy way.
Oh, yeah.
That it's hard to take it as really sickening.
No, I mean, it's like, if kids went evil and became zombies, what would they do? They'd still play because they're freaking kids.
It's the beginning thing. If you get past the dead chicken
Yeah.
parts and stuff at the front, and I'm not squeamish about meat.
No, I'm not either, but it was done to be squeamish.
It was nauseating. And once you get past that, I think you're okay.
Yeah. Again, would I let like 7 and under watch this movie? No, because it's very, very graphic when it comes to the bloody and the tearing of body parts.
I don't know.
I mean,
what age was our youngest when she watched it?
She was a teenager.
Yeah, but she was like.
She was
13?
like 14. No, because we did it. It was after her. Remember her 16th birthday we had in the backyard. That was the first year that we did the backyard thingy.
Okay.
So I think she was 17 or 18.
Oh, was she 17 or 18?
I think because we didn't watch it the first year. We only did the Conjuring.
Oh yeah, the first one we didn't do it. They just sat out there. We played movies for them separately.
And then the second.
When they were kids.
I forget how many, So, I remember we were fucking with them because they were all laying out on the basketball court and we were messing with them. You remember when we sent my stepdad upstairs into the apartment above the garage so he would stare down at them and see how long it took for them to see him making a face at them? That was funny because, it was
good stuff.
Our garage is detached, but there's an apartment that we don't use because there's not really, it's not
storage.
livable. So we just use it for storage. But there's windows that look down on that area, and so we just like to fuck with the kids.
I think it's a good movie to put on. It's a fun movie to maybe start off your Halloween night.
Oh yeah, and again, if you've got older kids, preteens and teenagers, and you're doing a family night and you want to do a light, scary movie, go for it.
I mean, start off with Hocus Pocus for the young ones.
And when they go to bed, then put on Cooties.
Yeah, and then that gets the younger teenagers out of the way.
Yeah.
And then after that, you can go to Conjuring, and maybe you can go to
Hostel.
Yeah.
If you're gonna go for the real scaries, not me. I'm a lightweight scary person. I love scary. I love
find your favorite zombie movies or whatever. But when this comes out, it's going to be October, and it is going to be that time,
mildly
that season,
horror movie season for us.
It's going to be ghosty scary season, and I'm okay with that. It's kind of my favorite. I think it's every autistic person's favorite season, but
I know, but this is also like just my overall. Autumn is my favorite.
Yeah.
Autumn.
It's the most contemplative.
It's the most contemplative time of the year. I just love, it's funny because as a person who abhors the color orange, I love this time of the year because of the color scheme and because of the crispness and just, there's a shift in the world during autumn that just calls to my little witchy soul.
I like that everything looks like it's dying.
Well, that goes into the winter part, yeah. And I just...
Oh, I like that part.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love spring because I love watching all the colors and the rebirth.
That's why I like nuclear winter.
I just don't like summer. I hate summer. Summer's hot. I sweat too much as it is, and I don't like it. So, so if you would like to watch this movie on your own, there are multiple ways to do so free. There is Tubi, Pluto TV, Fandango at Home. You have the CW. So what do you think? You think it's going to pass or fail, the Castellani?
I think it's going to pass.
I agree.
And I'll tell you why. Because I just think it's going to pass. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's so in depth that you have to really worry too much about a lot of relationship talk.
No, while there is, it's not the only discussions that they have.
I think we're going to have some difficulty in some areas, but I think it's going to ultimately pass.
I'm all about the squinting sideways.
So there have to be at least 2 named women characters with at least 5 lines of dialogue each.
Okay, we have Charmin, we have Lucy, and we have Rebecca.
Yeah, and I think you get that just fine with just Lucy and Rebecca.
Oh, no, but I like to throw Charmin in there.
Sure. She only has the 5 lines, but she's there.
She also she tells him all about his book and what she hates about it.
I know, but it's right there at the very front, and then you never see her again.
No, true.
Those characters must have a conversation, not necessarily with the other woman, either not about their partner or with their partner, future or current, and not about their relationship.
Done. Lucy talks with...
You can't just say done, you have to explain.
Lucy talks to Clint about teaching and their past and their reunion of sorts because, what has he been doing all these years? What has she been doing all these years?
Would you categorize it as flirting?
I don't know. I think that...
Because if you're flirting, I could say that that's actually a relationship talk.
So I don't necessarily think that... Okay, so I know that Wade construed it as flirting, but honestly, if I see an old... like a person who I went to high school with, male, female... I'm going to have a conversation that sounds very similar to what they had, and I don't think it would be considered flirting.
Okay.
So I would be like, hey, how have you been, and what have you been up to? And you look great, but I don't know if that would be construed as flirting per se. It might be.
Is that your intention?
Not necessarily, but that, I didn't really think he was flirting until...
No, would that have been your intention if you did it?
No, really
okay, so then you can say that definitively for you, it's not flirting.
Yeah.
So I think there is an element of flirtation there, but I do not think it's directed as a relationship.
No, I mean...
I think it's tentatively feeling each other out to see if there is anything.
Yeah.
And he obviously went there for the purposes of seeing her romantically because he loves her.
We don't know that in the beginning, though.
Right. You don't know that, but I'm saying that we do know that.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was about that. And also, we can bypass all of that and just say, Rebecca.
Oh, yeah,
talking
Rebecca.
To everybody. Not talking about the relationship. In fact, she has a rape alarm.
I know.
So if you even talk to her, she's going to hit that button.
And she threatens it multiple times. And she actually hits it at one point. And all it does is...
loud.
Yeah, it really didn't do much.
It made it loud.
Yes.
That's what it did. And it attracted all the zombie children.
Yes.
All the zombies.
To the window.
I'm surprised they didn't use that as a way to gather all the zombie children into a room and then close the door up and lock it. That's what I was thinking the whole time that the movie happened, and they never used it in order to do that.
I think the only time they ever did any type of subterfuge in that situation would have been when they were in the ventilation shaft and Elijah Wood flings the flashlight in the one direction and he runs in the other.
Here's what I think is super funny about the film. Just my take on this. All the fully functioning adults kept getting outsmarted by the brain-rotted children who were zombies.
And that was the thing, is they were brain-rotted.
Yeah.
Because Doug discovered that.
Right.
Dink, when he after Wade
Took
bashed his head
brain
in.
out.
He bashed Dink's head in, and then Doug took his brain out.
And it was rotted.
It was rotted, yeah.
And it was continuing to rot. So these children were still outsmarting them.
I know.
That's hilarious. At least one of the women has to be integral to the plot, meaning that if she were written out of the film, it couldn't reach the same ending.
Well, yeah. Because if Lucy wasn't at the school, then Clint wouldn't have gone to the school.
Exactly. I think that's true.
And I don't know if they would have survived without Clint, only because he is part of the reason why they were able to get the keys, because he was small enough to get to the shaft. Where, with Lucy, granted, but Lucy would have gone by herself, and there's a good chance that she would have died. So there's a lot of, like, what ifs in that situation. So definitely a squint sideways and hope for the best.
Well, I think it even goes further than that. So without Lucy, there's no reason for
Wade and Clint to fight.
No, there's no reason for Wade to be the hero.
That's true. He did everything to save her.
Because it is a scientific fact that people's relationships change the dynamics of their encounters with threat and with fear.
Yeah.
Typically, cis men are prone to being more aggressive when they receive a threat, when they have a relationship to protect, either because they're posing in order to make it seem like they're more manly or whatever it may be. But when you have someone to play off of, when you're trying to impress someone, you change your dynamic.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think that if Lucy wasn't there, then there's a good chance that Wade would have gone rogue and he would have tried to just get out of the situation without the crew. He wouldn't have tried to. He probably wouldn't have brought Clint with him. Doug wouldn't have been part of it. Tracy wouldn't have been a part of it, and it sure shit would not have gone for Rebecca. So he definitely...
But look at the first of the film. He's out there playing basketball by himself. He has no give a shit about these people.
Nope. And they're all in there talking, yeah, and he's...
At the end, he's like, I really like you, I really like you guys. It's because Lucy brings them together.
Yeah. So without Lucy, then definitely the movie would not have been able to reach its conclusion.
Right. And I think also Rebecca deserves a mention here, because without Rebecca, Doug would have no one to silence.
That is true. That is true.
Please, Rebecca.
Yes.
Please.
I know, because every time she wasn't even saying anything, and he would be like, Rebecca, please, you need to stop. And back to what I was saying earlier, in the diversity spectrum of it, we have Armani Jackson, who plays Calvin. He's the little boy that they find in the library who was studying for his English class. He is adorable. And we have, obviously Mr. Hitachi. And we have Rebecca herself, who, Nassim. She is an Iranian American. So again, it's got a diverse class. It is a diverse movie. I'm tired.
It's a class too, because we're in a school,
yes,
so we have a class.
And and then we had the one who I thought was Craig, Mr. Peterson, out in the playground. He was one of the first to die, but he is a black man. Unfortunately, he is the first one to die. Well, not the first one, but one of them. And so there's a lot of... It's diverse. I wish it was more diverse. But again, that's why it's not
pretty diverse.
But that's why it's not beating Tremors. It's just up to Tremors level.
Tremors wasn't super diverse.
No, but people of color had lines.
Sure.
They could have had more lines, but they had lines. People of color here had lines. They could have had more lines, but they still didn't have as many lines overall as...
I do like that Mr. Hitachi starts telling a tale similar to the tale that is told in The Office, where he's talking about being a surgeon.
Yes.
But he's trying to tell like a fable about the caterpillar and something else.
And the frog. Yeah.
And Wade keeps telling him, enough, we don't have time for this.
It's too long.
It's too long. We're fighting zombies.
And then later on, he's like, is this like when the caterpillar tried to fuck the frog? And he's like, yes.
That is exactly it. So yeah, I think it is worth seeing. It's certainly fun. It's not laugh out loud. It is fun.
No, there were some chuckle moments.
Yeah, it's fun in a horror way.
Oh yeah.
So you'll get a kick out of it if you enjoy horror, but don't necessarily want to be scared out of your mind.
Yes.
And just want to enjoy a fun film. This is a fun film, and we're going to be having more of those.
Yes.
So throughout October, every episode is dedicated to Halloween-October and
yes, the mildly scary horror fest.
Octahallow Eve Day Sun.
Okay.
Moon.
So, if you would like to watch this movie, it is free in most locations. You've got Tubi, you have Pluto TV, Fandango, the CW, which, yeah, they do have an app, Amazon Prime, Plex, YouTube, and Fubo TV. Those are the free ones. Now, if you want to bother to pay for it when it's free everywhere else, you can pay for it at Google Play and Apple TV. Sorry, my brain is going. I mean, it's written right here. You think I'd be able to read it?
You hear about Pluto TV?
It's messed up.
Oh,
we have a lot of psych references this episode.
It's too much.
Just call me Gee Buttersnaps. DJ, clap your hands.
Okay, so with that, we want to thank you, listeners. Please enjoy your October. Be safe. Enjoy.
Keep in mind, on Halloween, we will have our unedited unedited craft-a-thon.
Yeah, we're going to be watching a movie. We can tell them what movie because we need them to be prepared.
Oh, yes.
You can watch along with us. We're
Yes.
going to give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Start on, not on 1. You're going to start on the beat of 0. So 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Right.
And we are going to be watching the original Exorcist, much to my stress, only because I am not a scary movie person and I've never seen the Exorcist all the way through.
I have, and I can tell you that it is worth the watch.
And what
It's,
craft,
for me, hilarious. I enjoy it.
What craft are we going to be doing?
We're going to be deconstructing paper mache pumpkins.
No, we're going to be painting paper mache pumpkins.
Oh, we're doing the opposite of that.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we're adding on to a paper mache pumpkin.
Pre-made paper mache pumpkins we are going to decorate and paint.
I thought we were dissecting them.
No.
I wanted to see what
Trust
was
me,
inside.
we've had a lot of craft ideas. This was the most doable in this small space / during a movie, the 2 hours, because the last craft we did, we still haven't finished it.
It was a very large project. Maybe
Yeah,
we should
we should
not do
both-
stained glass.
Well, I think we should have both done the same picture, just started from different ends, as
Right.
opposed to
That
doing
was
separate
a
ones.
crazy amount. Actually, I think we should just keep doing that one. So every time we do, like,
Oh, so instead
because this was the National Treasure one.
Yes.
So the next time we have something that has to do with money or a heist we break out our diamond paintings and we continue it.
So it'll be our heist craft.
Right, it's our heist craft, which will be great when we review the heist.
Well, I thought you were going to want to do it every single time we do an unedited because it is tarot cards, so it would actually still go for
Yeah,
the
no,
Halloween one,
I don't want to do that. I want to do the painting. I want to change it up a little bit.
I know, I want to paint the pumpkins too. So, okay, next time, here are the clues for our next mildly scary horror movie.
Wait, before we do that,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're
so
fine.
very sorry to interrupt you on this. So you'll be hearing this after we released on the 29th of September was Benny and June. And that was talking to Pat Green, a friend of the show. We really had a great time talking to him.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's an author. He's written a book. He's got a second book coming out. But his first book is Hearts of Glass, Living in the Real World.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll put a link in the show notes. Please go check it out. He is the editor of Barnstorm Publishing. He
runs Gen X Watch. Sorry,
right,
get that
and
out,
we'll
right?
we'll put his link tree in, and you can just
and honestly, he's just an overall really neat guy, and you should check out his stuff. We recommend it.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to hopefully having him back within
yeah.
October again. We're negotiating.
Yes.
Seeing if we can get him in to record for October for one of our scary movies.
And our other friend, Polly, she wants to come back again as well.
Yeah, we're looking to get her back. We want to get Polly back in the studio so that we can talk about maybe another scary movie, because Polly's a horror writer.
Yes.
So she is chock full of horror ideas. And she loves, a particular brand of horror movie, I think, the most. She did The Shining.
Yes,
we did The Shining with her. And I'm glad we did, because honestly, I didn't care for The Shining.
No, I'm not.
This time, I was actually interested in it. I was surprised at how interested I was.
If you are interested in that episode, you can go back and find that in our... wherever you listen to us and podcasts.
Yeah, just go further back.
It's labeled as The Shining with Polly Chattel.
Yeah, if you hit Tremors, you've gone too far.
If you hit Tremors, you have definitely gone too far.
So come back this way.
So next time, our next, not so scary, but a little bit more scary than Cooties, because we're going to slowly build here. Here are your clues. Now, here's the thing, guys. If you actually guess this and you put it on our Instagram, or you want to email it to us or whatever, we'll call you out. We'll give a shout out. I mean, we have no problem with that. We want to give you guys credit for this. So give us some feedback if you can guess what this one is. These are easy clues. A member from the band OK Go plays a character in this movie.
Oh, well, you just gave it away.
And my second clue is over 30,000 square feet of cardboard was sourced from various locations, was used in this film. All of it was free.
And I love that.
Yes.
I really do. Excellent film.
I like how, well, what it was is the producers had gathered tons of cardboard from American Outfitters. I think it's what it was, American Outfitters. And they said, oh, we've got plenty for this movie. 3 weeks in, ran out. And then they wouldn't give them any more. So they had to find other places. And one of them was a cardboard museum of some sort that donated. Wow. So yeah, they had cardboard and paper products and yarn all throughout this movie.
Okay, I think you gave enough clues.
I know, because I want somebody to give us an idea of what they think it is. It's obscure, but it's a good one.
All right. This has been Once More with Feelings with Beth and Michelle. You can find us wherever you listen to podcasts. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Blue Sky at OMWFPod. Visit our page at oncemorewithfeelings.podbean.com, or you can send us an email. We'd love to hear from you at omwfpod@gmail.com. Take a moment to subscribe and rate us on iTunes, on YouTube, or wherever you find us, whatever fine establishment publishes our stuff.
So, until next time.
We are Sex Bomb, and we're here to sell you paper products and stuff. Does that work? No? I don't know. That works.
Yeah,
I'll get
works.
one of those. We got plenty. I might use yours. So.
Chapter 1. The boat was evil, but he loved the boat. Chapter 1. The boat was evil, but he didn't know just how evil. The boat was evil, but it was an acceptable level of evil. Chapter 1. The seafaring vessel, the schooner, was evil. Let's get in there.